Schwarzkopf in India has been there for close to, I would say, 9 to 10 years. We've had a very, very successful journey in India. And I think all because of you and your contribution and your support. I think it would not have been possible without all of you being part of this great, great, great team that we are. So what's driving us as a company? Very clearly, it's the people who drive and it's the trade partners who drive. For us, the core has always been innovation. That's the core which the company, that's the guiding principle of the company. And all of you would agree that without innovation, it would be very difficult to survive in our trade. Because every day you have customers and clients walking, asking you a very oft-repeated question, what's new? So, and unless and until you don't tell them what's new, it's very boring for them. So that keeps the pressure on us to keep inventing and keep inventing things and saying, okay, this is new, this is new. And we got a huge innovation pipeline. Over the last so many years, we've churned out cutting-edge products. I think that has been the key to success. I would really, really put that as one of the key factors for us. We've also gone back and focused on some of our core fundamentals of driving the business.
So, when I'm talking about urban sports, we're talking about literally kind of sports meets lifestyle. That's the idea of it. And it's a huge trend, huge trend. And in terms of the kind of fabrics that are being worn and said, so it's really a whole evolution. These kind of idea of stretch fabrics, very strong fluorescent colors, as we all know, is happening on the catwalks. And you know what's so interesting? It's in terms of hairstyles, it's all about gloss. It's all about super, super, super shine, super movement. So you can see, like, if you can see our model here, and basically you can see just these wonderful lengths. And if I can ask you just quickly to stand up and you could just shake it around, yeah, just push it out, look. And this is the idea that you're layering it through, and maybe if I can ask you to come forwards quickly, just look. And the secret, look at it, is gloss, gloss, gloss. So preparation is key. Preparation is key if I walk you down so everyone can see. But, Naji, talk about the wonderful colors. Because I said to you before, we are a color house, yeah? and the colors are absolutely superb. And effectively, what are we working with? You have a brand called Gora. And Najib, what are the kind of colors that we're working with? Because you can see everything from these really rich, vibrant plums,
Nice.
right the way through.
Yeah, good evening all. Good evening from my side.
Thank you.
Technically, there are two aspects to it. One is the haircut and the other one is color. Cut-wise, obviously, like if you see, there is very diagonal forward, very sharp in front. And from here, it's like it gives you a little more asymmetric look there, okay? Color-wise, what we have done is we have used L series. This is not Colorworks, we have used L series. So Igora Royal we have used, Igora Royal L-89. Then we have used L-77, which is a copper. And then obviously we have used L-57, which are like 1, 2, 3. These are the three colors that we have, blends together. And then the base we have done is Essensity 4-68. So that's what about her.
And talking about Essensity, can I ask you to come forward as well? When we talk about colors as well, there is a whole demand in the market also. Certainly, it's very big in Europe for what we call natural colors. And so again, we have a brand called Essensity, where really it has a natural focus, a natural base. So really, it is non-damaging. And yet, you get how many levels of lift on it, potentially?
3 to 4.
3 to 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. So really fantastic, and they are beautifully natural shades. And you can see they really harmonize with these kind of everything from literally chestnut to nutmeg, all these wonderful chocolatey tones. Thank you very much. And of course, you know, you can see, look at this. I mean, look at the shine. I mean, look at the quality of the hair. You can see 9 different shades literally working from this blood red right the way through to this kind of sunshine yellow. And we're working with a new brand. We haven't yet launched it here. It's called Colorworks. They're direct dyes, but they can either be mixed as semi, demi, or permanent. You can mix them in to your permanent color. They come in literally from black right the way through, even have white. So it's really an interesting dynamic in color, and they're absolutely stunning. But you can achieve exactly the same thing with Igora.
Yeah, with Igora.
You can if you want.
Yeah.
The same level of intensity if you need. But you just have more longevity.
Technique is same, but you can just change the product.
Yeah.
So Igora Royal and Essensity for her. And over here, even in long hair, if you see, we have used Essensity 3-0 and then L-89. These are the chunks that we have taken. So for long hair, it looks very nice, and then it's very, very wearable color. Out here, we have just managed to, create a little layers in front, and which is like, what do you say, a little asymmetric look over here. So both ways, there are asymmetric. And the product-wise, what we have used over here is Osis Sparkler and Osis Flexible Hold Hairspray, the Session, the black one.
And don't ever forget men. I think sometimes men are the unsung heroes of our marketplace. No, really. And they're the big growth sector. In Europe, barbershops, male barbershops, men is now one of the big things. And why? Because their spending power is huge, and they tend not to question so much. So the average bill size is fantastic. And you can sell the hell out of them, okay? I mean, they are, I wouldn't say gullible, but at the end of the day, you know, they really do. They're the one person who trusts their hairdresser. So at the end, and men's hair is great. I mean, if you look at our model, look at this. It's fantastic. It's just sort of graded out, classic barbering, and right the way through. And the big thing is this kind of crunchy textures. And for anybody who doesn't know it, we used a magic product. It's called Dust It. So if any of you have ever seen Dust It, this is, in our company, the single biggest SKU that we sell worldwide. We sell more of this in a day than any other product. It's incredible. And you literally, it's a powder like that. And the more you rub, the more texture you can create, hold. So the more you work in it, you can literally just put it, and it just goes, you can get it shiny, you can get it matte, you can get it rough. It's absolutely fantastic. And we're launching, actually, in our black line, we're going to be launching a new, what we call Volcano. It's going to really kind of like mattifying as a powder. Excuse me. Great. Thank you very much.
Nice texture.
So, great line, lovely color, great work, Najib, with you and the team. Well done. So. free creation, and really this is the idea of literally contrasting lengths and textures. That's all it is. And it's, believe it or not, undercutting is very big in Europe. So basically short, even if you've got long hair, taking away underneath to give you more flexibility and movement in the hair. But what I love about it, this kind of thing, can I ask maybe you girls to kind of all move forwards a little bit more, maybe just to come, yeah, and then you can go back to your original position. Let these guys see what you're doing. Because it's really great, great, great hair. Look at it. I mean, at the end, you know, we're a company about real hair for real people. That's the important thing to understand as well. So there's no trickery. They're real haircuts. There's nothing, and the hair moves. You can put your fingers in it. That's the important thing. But the thing about free creation is this idea that you get these very, very soft outline textures. And that's the whole look, that you get this softness, this kind of wispiness to it. And it also, if it's the thicker hair, like here, you can get this kind of crunchiness. But it's really, really, really cool. And Naji, do you want to just quickly talk about the colors?
Yeah. So the colors we have used, because it's free creation, there are a lot of layers. So even if it's blonde, we have used ash blonde, and then we have used the normal blonde. So we have pre-lightened the hair, and then we have used a 12-2, Igor Royal 12-2, which is a special blonde. And along with that, we have mixed a little 0-22 into it, which is a concentrate. So then it just kills a lot of yellow in hair. And it gives a lot of layering hair, if you see, in color as well. Okay, so that's one. And over here, and the product I have used is Osis Mess Up.
Maybe stand up, and so again everybody down here can see, because I think it's such a cool, and it's really modern. I think it's great, great look with the right person, the right face, the right persona actually to wear it. It can look absolutely fantastic. And these kind of dusty blondes, these kind of off blonde, dirty blondes, again, it's this really big color in Europe, really, really growing and developing. And you can actually enhance them with different shades, like, so you can get these kind of what I call pearlescent colors inside, so you get these slightly off greens, blues as well. And the great thing about here, this kind of look, do you remember I was talking about these textures? You can also wear long hair with these really short fringes. They're kind of very directional, very cool, very strong. And what's lovely about this kind of look that Najib and the team have done is you can see the color on the underneath, and you can literally just lift it up. So you could actually dress it another way, and you could see this flash of color. And what's really great, if you get it right, you can actually have it all kind of dark brown or chestnut, all falling down. And then as she shakes, you suddenly see this flash of color come through. And it's really, really cool. It's just like a single slice that you can run through in terms of color. And the colors are stunning. And again, you're using either Gora or Sensity for a more natural effect. So again, our colors at the back here are a Sensity, so they're more of a natural shade. So you can see you can get just as much of an intense look and finish on the hair. Whether you use natural or permanent, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I would like to explain the section of this underneath. It's kind of a graduated color, so then when it moves, there's a lot of movement in hair, there's a lot of texture in hair. So underneath, what we have done is we have taken a section over here, there's just behind the ear, and just like, you know, you do undercut, it's the same section for the color. And then we have just taken 12-2, and it is like, you know, back-to-back foiling. This portion only we have done. And the color overall we have taken is 4-68 with 3%, just to tone it down and give more shine.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. absolutely, our industry is driven on the lifeblood of education. We have 91 academies around the world because we are, as a company, in 126 different countries. So we have academies all over because that's the only way it works. And we have just opened the latest Academy edition here in Mumbai, because India is such an important market to us, and we're here for the long term. We're here to stay and here to win. That is really important message. Kartik, do you want to talk through the academy?
Yeah, absolutely. So we already have academies in Delhi, in Bangalore, in Calcutta, in Chennai.
Yes, sir.
So Bombay was the one where we really wanted to have it, the best in class, and we are proud to say that we have one of the best international standards academies which is there.
How do you see the hairstyling trend in India? Basically.
I think what's interesting is that, I last came to India in 2005, and I think, hair was very different. It was always very much about glamour. It was always very conservative. And I think what you see now is that Indian women are beginning to change. They're much more influenced a little bit by Western fashion, so I think that's absolutely fantastic. Yet they still retain the cultural essence of what the country stands for. So you still got this sense of beauty and glamour. I think it's lovely, but sometimes they combine it with, shall we say, more movement in the hair, more texture in the hair. They're more open to have color, more open to experiment, which is really, I think, fantastic because it moves the industry forwards and it moves fashion forwards. So well done, you guys, because obviously you're open to the world and you're really evolving. Fantastic. And my gosh, you have some beautiful people here, really.
India, what is your main focus on?
And as we're entering India, what is our main focus?
Very clearly, it's getting quality products to salons and through salons to people. So make them sure that we have the best-in-class products available for the people. And education, the hairdresser, that's very important for us because at the end of the day, he's the harbinger of the looks for his client. So he needs to be really, really sorted.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, what drives, at the end, the hairdresser delivers a service to the consumer, but the hairdresser is only as good as the tools he has to work with. So our commitment is absolutely that he should be working with the best quality products. And and it happens to be at Schwarzkopf, but it could be a local brand. It doesn't matter. It's all about the quality. And at the end of the day, I always say, if you want to achieve Rolls-Royce standards, then you work with Rolls-Royce tools. And that's our focus as an organization. We only produce the very best available in any category, whether that be color, care, or styling. It's always the best ingredient and the best quality product.
We got a showstopper in us.
मैं हमेशा एक चीज़ कोशिश करती हूँ कि जिस भी ब्रांड के साथ एसोसिएट करूँ, that brand should be of the utmost quality and a brand that I myself would use, and which is why I would associate with it, because I think that ultimately goes a long way. Quality is the most important thing. Which is why I was very happy to be associated with a brand like this. They're a brand that is renowned for their quality, for their hair products, and I'm very happy to be here today, and I'm very happy to have been styled like this.
Yeah, at this moment you're wearing such a very nice hairstyle. Let us know about this also.
Well, this is their futuristic waves, and
That's right, well said.
And I'm happy to be in these futuristic waves today. They're very beautiful. I love that it has structure yet it has movement. There's a fluidity which I very much go for when I'm styling myself and with the people that I work with, and because I believe that how much ever you style yourself, there should be an effortlessness in how you are. At least I believe in that very strongly. So I enjoyed this today.
So how do you see your hairstyle training in India?
Hairstyle training in India. I think I'm relatively new to the industry. So I have an experience of about 5 years where I have seen how trends have changed. And when I entered, a lot of things were said to me. And very often instinctively I would feel differently, but people would not really agree. But now I find that, as they were saying, that there are a lot of influences and there's a huge amount of exposure. So I am enjoying the way that we are changing in the way that we look at hair styling and the way that we look at hair and makeup and just styling ourselves. We are far more open today, and like I said, there's an effortlessness which I really enjoy. We're also using a lot of really good products. A lot of the stylists that we work with use the best quality products, and when brands like this come into the market, it helps us achieve really, really great hairstyles without, with a lot of care as well, because you know how it is for us. We are styling our hair every single day, and to have products that care for us, that look after us. I think that is what means a lot to a girl like me in this kind of profession.
अदिति बॉलीवुड की बात की जाए तो कौन से
जी।
स्टार्स को आपको एडमायर करते हो फॉर हेयर स्टाइलिंग एंड फॉर स्टाइलिंग?
You know, I would say that I admire the stylists and the fact that they use really, really good products, because it is because of that that so many of us look so good. I think we need to give credit to that, the back end of the deal, and not just what comes in front of you. But I do think that there are quite a few people who are styled very beautifully. I love Deepika Padukone. I think she's always very beautiful, and her hair looks always amazing. I love Kangana's style, I love Sonam's style. There are a lot of them who I really admire and look up to.
Aditi, the whole fashion show, it was a unique way, like
Yes.
the choreography was unique.
Yeah,
like
it was
the-
really
the
amazing.
Sporty look
Yeah,
and all.
yeah.
So what do you want to say about
Because I think, you know, like there are so many facets to a girl, a woman, as well as men. It's not, you know, when we think of styling and when we think of getting dressed, we're always thinking of red carpet or, you know, going out to function. But actually, and every day, every man and woman, they style themselves, right? They style their hair, they do their faces or whatever. So I think it's so nice to put forward natural, regular fashion trends, which people, like even me, if I'm just randomly going out for lunch, I'd like to be able to style myself in a way that is fun, which is not very high maintenance. But at the same time, I'm aware today that I have all these products at my disposal and I can use them to achieve those looks. So I think it's really cool that that this kind of show was done today, because there was a great variety. And I think that is what made it really exciting.
Aditi, nowadays you're seen endorsing many brands, but talking to your films, like you're coming up with a comic.
No personal questions, no film related questions. Please only event related questions.
Okay, thank you.
Right, that's it. Thank you so much.
For you because you